Hey friends, today I'm going to teach you how to make a convertible rosary. So a convertible rosary is basically a single decade rosary with an adjustable loop on the end so that it can actually be converted into either like a bracelet or a rear view mirror rosary. You can put on your bedpost, wear it around your purse, put it in your pocket, whatever floats your boat. And you can see by having this adjustable loop, you can wear it as such, as a bracelet. You can, like I said, wear it all the other ways. And then by opening it up, and you can take it off as such. So the spacing on this convertible rosary is really important because if somebody wants to wear it as a bracelet, the spacing has to be right. And also, if you make the spacing too far, you're going to run out of cord before you're finished. So you're going to start with a 5-foot cord taped on both ends as usual. And you're going to take one end, you're going to measure out about 6 inches and go ahead and fold it there. Your first Hail Mary knot is going to be made around this other string. That's what creates the loop. So you just make a Hail Mary knot as you would, but that other string is just sitting inside like so. And you will tighten that into position. And then you will continue with the next Hail Mary knot. Now, keeping in mind with this that all the knots are going to be the same spacing, which is going to be pretty tight. You're not going to add the extra space for the Our Fathers like we do with the rosaries. It's all going to be pretty even spacing. I'll show that to you in just a moment here. So you can see my second Hail Mary knot is going to be pretty close by. That's kind of how that's going to work. So you're going to continue with that until you have 10 Hail Mary knots. Once you get to the 10 Hail Mary knots, the next portion is going to be just like the bottom of a rosary. So Our Father, 3 Hail Marys, another Our Father to hold the crucifix. So your Our Father is 5 turns instead of 3, as usual. And then after your Our Father knot, you'll be adding 3 more Hail Mary knots. Like I said, just like the bottom portion of a rosary. And see, when I added that Our Father knot, the spacing is still the same as it was between the Hail Marys. So you'll have, the spacing will look like that. You'll have the 10 Hail Marys, the Our Father, 3 more Hail Marys, and then you will add the crucifix. Now for this particular project, we're adding a Benedictine crucifix and a miraculous medal. So I'll show you how to do that. And again, like an Our Father knot, 5 times around. And see how much cord I have left. So if you made too much spacing down here or the loop too big, you're going to run out of cord on the bottom. And then we'll go ahead and just like we would normally add a crucifix, we'll put that on. But then in addition to the crucifix, we'll put on the medal. Now make sure when you put these on that they're facing the same direction. And we'll go back up just like you would normally put on a crucifix. And again, when you do the spacing on this, being very careful that this Our Father is nice and close to the last Hail Mary. One of the big mistakes a lot of people make is the Our Father's way too far down. So you want that to be even spacing again. And you'll tighten it. See how I keep my finger in the loop as I tighten it to make sure it doesn't get twisty on me. Then once I get to about there, I take my finger out, just kind of gently hold these and pull it all the way tight, just like you normally would. Once you get to that point, you want to add a knot up here. This knot is going to act as like a stopper so that when you pull it, it doesn't pull all the way out. So the knot should be, you know, the loop has to be big enough to easily fit these through. So there's not really an exact recipe to the size, but you just want to add a knot somewhere towards the end, like so maybe, so that when you pull it out, you have enough of a loop to fit this through, okay? So you put your knot in there, and then what you're going to do is you're going to cut here, just leaving maybe, I don't know, 1/8 of an inch or so to burn, and then you'll cut it here, also leaving 1/8 of an inch or so to burn. So you can go ahead and get a candle. You can use a lighter if you want, but I found that using a candle is a lot easier if you're doing multiples. And so see, when you burn it, you leave just a tiny bit. And when you burn it, you want to make sure that it mushrooms. So hold it there until you see it kind of mushroom, like it kind of smoothens out and turns. You can kind of see there what that looks like, that mushroom. And by mushrooming like that, once it dries, it works almost like a stopper so that it doesn't pull out. And you're going to burn it on both ends. Now, burning the bottom portion, you have to be very careful not to accidentally burn this cord, because if you burn that cord right there, then this will completely break off. You don't want that to happen. So make sure you move that out of the way and you only burn the loose cord. And again, working like a mushroom so that it stops it, so that it doesn't pull out. And that is it. When you turn them in, if you could do me a favor and go ahead and feed it through like so, and then position this cord above the other Our Father, like such. Go ahead and close it part of the way, not all of the way, but maybe 3/4 of the way or so. And that way it looks like a single decade rosary, and they will understand that this is adjustable. If you could turn them all in like this, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Just one more thing. After you have your convertible rosaries ready to go, when you have them somewhat closed, as I had requested, if you could please drop them all in a large Ziploc bag and just put a piece of paper with the quantity that is in the bag inside before you turn them into me, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you.